And we are back. And if you're joining us right now, we are just getting our final conversation for this morning started. And we are speaking about United World College's Belize scholarships that are available. Speaking to us this morning, we have Connie Lou, who is studying in the USA, and we also have Amber Marin, who is studying in Norway. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning, guys.
All right, thanks so much for joining us to speak about this topic. And we can jump right into it by, let's just get both of your experiences with applying and getting these scholarships. So let's start with you, Connie. What was your experience like? First of all, how did you hear about it, and what made you apply, and what was that application process like?
So, excuse me if I get a little bit of the details wrong, but this was in 2010, so just like a decade ago.
Yeah.
But I remember I was Did I freeze?
Yes,
Can you still hear me?
You did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I was at Catherine.
So you did it back in 2010?
Yeah, in 2010. And I heard it over the PA system. They announced it, there was a scholarship opportunity, and they quickly and briefly mentioned that it was something that a lot of people around the world was doing. Mm-hmm. So I was curious, and I went over to see the presentation. I would definitely say it was one of the most nerve-wracking times of my life because it was the first time I decided to step out of my box and my comfort zone and applied for something so big. And not many people have heard of it. Yeah. And I also didn't tell much people that I was applying for it either. So I had only a small group of people, but my neighbors were very supportive. I know Miss Mappy Smith on Race Course Street, she was so supportive of me. And, you know, I went through a lot of essays and I went through the interview and there was a bunch of activities. So it was definitely a long process, but it was a rewarding one. I would never exchange that experience.
Yeah. Now, you were in third form at that time?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's one of the things that people need to understand about the scholarship, that it is to complete your high school education.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I would compare it to more like, so in the United States, there's something called advanced placement classes. Mm-hmm. So they're technically kind of like college level courses. Yeah. So at the UWC, I think they're more like a step up of high school, but comparable to college courses in the US.
Yeah. And for you, Amber, tell us about your process and why you chose to apply.
Do we have Amber?
For me, yeah. I had a few friends that had also gone to UWC, and I was really interested in going somewhere, and all the UWC values just like kind of matched up with me. So I just went ahead and I applied, and it was a lot of fun going through all the processes because I really felt like I was doing something on my own, something big for the first time. And yeah, there was different parts of the application process, which was like writing an essay, meeting up for these group activities and the interview. And I really liked it. I really wanted this scholarship. I wanted to go far away and experience the world. And then I just applied and I got it. And I've really just continued experiencing more and more of the world and people through it, even though I'm done now. Yeah. I've met so many other people because of it, and been to places I never thought I could have if it wasn't for going to UWC.
And how would you describe sort of the academic experience that you went through whilst you were studying?
So I had graduated from school, SCA, before I went to UWC. And the academics were very rigorous. Nothing impossible, but it definitely pushed me. And we were constantly working, but it was a real working environment. There's like so many people who are actually passionate about school and the subjects you're taking that you're just drawn to be involved. And super into your academics whilst also doing so many other stuff alongside. It was just a very like hardcore, like into the moment kind of experience where we were just constantly doing stuff, but it was so much fun and so much experiences coming in that period of my life.
So let me ask both of you. This scholarship, I think it allows for you to move very often to a very far country to be able to do the course. Now, you were probably, what, 15, 16 at the time. I want to know what your parents' reaction were.
Yeah, I guess I'll start.
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously told my parents that I was applying.
Yeah.
They weren't sure what was going to happen, but I remember receiving it and being full of joy. I had tears of joy.
Yeah.
And I had some neighbors. They were like, "Connie's too young. She shouldn't do that. She should stay home. She should not go across the world or somewhere." I went to Costa Rica.
Okay.
And but my mom and dad, they were supportive about it. They're like, okay, this is what you want to do, then go for it.
Yeah, yeah. And what courses did you do?
So how it's set up is that you're gonna take 3 higher level courses and 3 standard level courses. If you take more than that, you are extremist. So I took a higher arts, higher level arts, because I've always wanted to do something in art. I also took higher level history. I took standard level math, standard level Spanish, because you need to take a course in language that's other than your first native language.
Yeah.
So I also had standard level English. And then I had one more course. It's not coming to my head. It's a while ago.
How did it help
you? Another course.
How did it help you when you applied for colleges after?
So, like Amber said, it's a very rigorous program in general. So the last course was higher level chemistry. And it really taught us how to, one, plan our time around everything we wanted to do. So not only were we taking academics seriously, but we also had, for example, community meetings every week. We had residential meetings every week. We had extracurricular activities that were built into the system. So you always had to take something active like a sport. And then you always took something creative as well. And then we also did service trips. So it was building someone that was all round, not just in academics, but also in different activities that you have a passion for and things that you wanted to see a change for. And there was always discussions about how to make a social impact and a social change in the world.
Yeah.
So I think that moving forward, even until today, I am using these experiences in my applications because they apply so well to everything that's happening today and all the different college experiences and life experiences that I'm going through.
And I think that's a great way to segue into talking just a little bit about the opportunities that are available today, because of course there are 3 UWC scholarships being offered right now. So perhaps you can talk a little bit about those.
Yes, so the scholarships, I know 2 of them available right now are to UWC China and UWC Hong Kong. I know people that have been there and they've only had great things to say. The campuses are very different all around the world. So, and also there are the dynamics around the different UWCs. But I mean, overall, all the different values are deeply incorporated in all the UWCs.
Yeah.
I don't know if Connie has more to say.
You know, it's very similar. I've had friends, I've talked to people that went to the different UWC as well. And like she said, the core values are pretty intertwined into the program. The only thing you might see difference is the culture difference. You know, like in China, you'll see a different culture than what you would see in Costa Rica or in Mahindra, India. So that would be like the only difference, I would say.
Amber, did you choose Norway when you applied?
I sort of did. I kind of pushed for it when I was applying. I was mentioning how I want to go really far away. So they sent me to Norway. And I've also really been into the outdoors, and Norway is like the outdoorsy UWC.
Yeah.
Mountains and skiing and a lot of that stuff. So I got to experience all of that going to Norway.
Okay. And I mean, you said you graduated from school before you applied.
Yeah, I did.
And so what did you do? You've completed your program. What are you doing now?
Right now I'm studying my bachelor's, also up here in Norway, in northern Norway. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I'll see what comes in the future.
Now, what would you say to other students who are considering applying about the difference it will make in enrolling in it or applying for a UWC scholarship?
So I would say that if you're considering it, just do it, because it's completely worth it. It is a big thing to move away from home, but moving, no matter which university you're going to, I think they really managed to create a homey environment where you really feel safe and welcome. Like, there's always someone you can ask questions about if you need anything. There's so much support all around. It's practically like having a big family of 200 people, like right there with you and taking care of you. So despite I knew it was going to be tough, it really wasn't as tough as I thought it would be. So I would just encourage anyone thinking of going out into the world and exploring and learning to just go for it. And the more people that apply and support get taking these scholarships, the more can come to Belize, and it can be used, and so many more young Belizeans can get this opportunity.
I also think, that the more of us that go out there, the more other people and other countries learn about Belize, because a lot of people don't know about the countries, about Belize, and they would like to learn more. And you get an amazing experience. You learn so much about other cultures, but you get to share your culture as well. And on top of that, upon graduating, you have so much more opportunities. The opportunities doesn't stop at UWC. It continues. Like during my second year, they send all kinds of counselors from different schools from all over the world. And that's how I ended up in the United States. And I believe that's how Amber ended up in Norway to study, right? So you get opportunities from all over the world. There will be counselors coming to get UWC students from Hong Kong, from Europe, from the US. And it was through them that I also, studied and got my bachelor's degree. And the UWC Davis scholarship paid $20,000 towards my scholarship for 4 years. And if it wasn't for them, I'm not sure, but I would have been able to pay for that myself.
Well, a scholarship that offers the potential for more scholarship is even more appealing. But you also meet young people who had the same goal as you did, trying something, getting involved in an international community. How much of those networks, and especially for you, Connie, 10 years later, I think, how many people do you still stay in contact with? What's that like?
Honestly, it's like having a huge network of family all over the world. It's like family. I still connect with people everywhere I go. I was in Iowa for my bachelor's degree, and I met UWC students at the college I went to, and we connected instantly with our experience. And then I moved to California, to SoCal in Los Angeles. And during the time I was there were Facebook groups on there, like, oh, we're going to have a UWC meetup. Would you like to join? And it was just, UWC alumni. So you get connecting experience all the time. I moved to the Bay Area, San Francisco area. And there were more Facebook groups, and they're just like, hey, we're in the Bay Area and we would like to meet up. Who wants to connect? Who wants to socialize? And there's always that opportunity. And there's also like a worldwide Facebook group that I know of that I'm in, and it's people are on there all the time asking for job and resume advice. They're also on there saying, hey, I'm going to Pakistan or whatever country next week, and I don't have a place to stay yet. Is there anyone that would let me crash at their place? Or is there anyone that would like to show me around? It's very common to see those questions in the group, and people are just so open and so welcoming to you.
All right. So how do people apply? They just go online?
Yeah, so you check out the UWC Belize website, and the application process is quite easy from there. You apply, you sign up, and then they will take you through all the processes of selection to get the scholarship.
All right. And the age requirement?
I believe it was 15, about 15 going up.
Okay. Okay. And this year the scholarships are going to be to China and Hong Kong.
Yes. I think it was 2 for China and 1 for Hong Kong.
All right, ladies. Well, thank you for sharing your experience and encouraging other students to participate as well. We appreciate it, and of course, stay safe.
Thank you too. Thanks for having us.
Right.
Thank you. For those that are thinking about it, just do it. It's a wonderful experience, and you won't regret it.
It is definitely worth it.
All right. And with that, we're going to go ahead and take our final break. When we come back, we'll have our wrap-up. So stay tuned.